back to my channel. Today I'm going to be covering a subject I don't see done a lot, which is the subject of erasers. Different types, their uses, and why you want them. Don't forget to hang out until the end for the inevitable blooper reel, and let's get into it. My name is Shelby Lynn. I am the artist behind Shaking Bird Art. I am a freelance artist and private art instructor. I specialize in realistic portraits, pet portraits, and fine art commissions, and now offer private art instruction to people like you. So don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you have any suggestions for future videos, I would love to hear them. So drop any and all constructive comments and feedback in the comment box below. And thank you for stopping by. I'm actually going to be covering 4 different kinds of erasers today, starting with the general run-of-the-mill, over-the-hill white eraser. Now this one was a pure eraser. Doesn't have to be something fancy like that. You can also use Faber-Castell, Prismacolor, any general white eraser is going to be pretty much the same. I prefer going with a white eraser just because even pink ones, even though they're pretty good, as they get older, they do tend to leave color behind when you erase, and I don't like running that risk. So I always suggest going with something that's white and colorless. This is going to be your workhorse. This is what you want when you're getting rid of anything you don't want to be seen in the finished drawing, from mistakes to outlines to grids to whatever. So that is going to do the best job of removing things. One of my favorite things to do with these is if you need need more precision than this big chunk is going to do for you. I also enjoy cutting pieces off of them like that. So it gives you more of a point or an edge for precision work. But this comes with a warning. It is very addictive and satisfying. I love cutting these things apart. So you have been warned. So that is our first erasers, the general over-the-mill, run-of-the-hill white eraser. Okay, eraser number 2 out of 4 today is going to be our Kneaded Eraser. I love these things. This is a lot softer than your white eraser, and as such isn't as great for removing lines completely. You can lighten things, but you can see that doesn't really lift it off. The glory of the Kneaded Eraser comes from being able to shape it and lift out areas of color. So let's say I wanted a larger highlight. It's a lot easier to get a gradual correction of tone with a Kneaded Eraser than with your white eraser, because the white one will just take everything off and then you've got to just put it back. But you can just really softly apply the Kneaded Eraser to lift out areas of color that may have gotten too dark for one reason or another. You can probably see how I'm just enlarging that highlight really softly. And then I could go in and blend that edge again, and you can barely tell that it's been erased. You can also make little points out of it. These are not great for doing deep work like that one, but if you want to add textures, like maybe this was an orange or something instead of a sphere or an avocado, it's good for adding little bits of texture like that without going too deeply through all your layers, and it just has a more organic feel. The eraser itself works better when it's warm, so I always suggest holding it in your non-dominant hand while you're drawing so it's ready for you. It's also a lot of fun just to squeeze, or if you're one of my child students, to create little animals and faces with. If your eraser gets dirty, let's see if I can get it. Nah, not enough graphite on here. But if it gets dirty, like you see, it gets really, really dark, all you have to do to clean it is just to pull it apart a lot of times. If it gets a little stiff, this works as well. Just pull it apart. Also very, very satisfying. You can also find these in different softnesses. They go from really gummy and soft to almost stiff, so it depends on the brand. And there are some brands making these in color now, but traditionally it's going to be this sort of gray, almost graphite color. So that is our second eraser of the day, the Kneaded Eraser. Very, very useful tool. Okay, now for number 3 of 4, and my personal favorite, the Mono Zero Mechanical Eraser by Tombow. This is an excellent tool for precision erasing. I highly recommend this to all my followers and students. It will change your drawing life. And that is because it can do all sorts of things that even clippings off of large erasers can't do. It's easily refillable too, and you can purchase both the eraser and the refills very reasonably from either dickblick.com or Jerry's Artorama. They also have, I've got the little round one, but they also come with square. You can get them with a square eraser as well, depending on your preference. And this is great for doing things like etching whiskers or something into your drawing. Little fine details, punching up small highlights, like on that avocado skin that we're kind of playing with over there. Or even large highlights. You can all but draw with this thing. It's so useful. I do offer a word of warning though. When it gets dirty like this, you will want to get a clean sheet of paper and clean it off. And I do that just by going in a circle like that. There, re-chisels the edge, so it's more useful. And it keeps you from, when it's dirty, it can be really easy to reapply all that graphite that we just took off of the drawing elsewhere, and that does not come off very easily. Let's see if I can do it on purpose. If you ever do it, you'll know what I'm talking about. This thing's super easy to clean, or you can also just cut the tip off with a knife or a pair of scissors and shape that however you like to. And it is just the coolest thing. Highly recommend it. The Mono Zero by Tombow. And that is the third eraser of the day. Last but not least, eraser 4 of 4, a combination between our white eraser and the Mono Zero, is your electric eraser. I have one here by Art and Fly, battery operated. This thing is so cool. It actually comes with 50 refills. Also easy to change out your erasers. I almost need to do that on mine. You just pull it out like that and stuff it back in there however you like. Like the Mono Zero, you're going to want to keep this edge clean and sharp for best efficiency. You can also change the batteries through this section in the back. I think it uses, what is it? This one, I think those are AAAs. Operation is really simple. You just push the button. Word of caution, this thing is really powerful. It's easy to overwork an area and actually damage your paper. So I recommend proceeding with caution with this guy because you can get more than you bargained for, but it will really grind down those little small areas for you. You want to use light pressure, or you can bog down the little engine. But isn't that just outstanding? I found this to be an extremely useful tool doing things like removing mistakes. If you've ever dropped a pencil or something, it works well at removing small areas of colored pencil because it actually gets down into the tooth of the paper that way. And I also used it with great effect on a pet portrait of a brindled cat a while back, and it helped a lot to get that texture in the colored fur. It's a lot of fun to use, very useful tool, and I carry it with me everywhere. And that is the battery operated eraser by Art and Fly. So there you have it, folks, my 4 favorite erasers and how to use them. I hope you found this video useful. If so, leave a comment in the comment box. If you have any video ideas that you would like to see me create in the future, I'd also love to hear from you on that. If you would like to support my channel and promote more quality content, you can always buy me a coffee through Ko-fi.com. I will leave a link in the description below. Thank you in advance, I really appreciate it. As always, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye! I don't even remember what I was supposed to say! But anyway, it's really easy to clean. I just go on a to bring out more quality and why you want them. Why is this so hard?